to go and look for shareholders. How can I leave power to go and look for shareholders? People who are dividing this country in shareholding. And Mr. President, I know that you have been abused for a long time, and you kept those guns. I didn't know you were keeping them somewhere. Now you have released them. Now you have released them, people are crying. But then I don't know why when it is you being attacked, it is sweet. When it is somebody, when you are also now releasing your arsenal, you are now releasing your guns from the arsenal, then now they are saying, oh, this is very, very unpresidential. How can it be unpresidential to be attacked and then be unpresidential when you answer?
To do a very important job. Kutema extende, meaning to break the ground. To break the ground for the railway from Kisumu to Malaba, the SGR, the modern railway. The railway is part of the rationalization. Hilo jambo la Kiingereza, rationalization, linamaanisha kuweka vitu barabara zaidi. This railway is part of the rationalization of our transport system, especially on the Uganda side, which is irrational and wasteful. Sauti, I'm scared. Hello? I was saying that the railway is part of the rationalization of our transport system, especially on the Uganda side, which is irrational and wasteful. Why? Because the items being transported are concentrated on the road, i.e. passengers, light cargo, heavy cargo, petroleum products are all on the roads. Sasa hivi usafiri kwa barabara ni mchanganyiko. Kwa lugha za Uganda tunasema akatogo. Akatogo means kuchanganya maharagwe na ndizi. So the transport now is akatogo on the roads. Our plan is to transfer all heavy cargo to the railway. Hii ndio maana ya hii mradi. Mizigo yote mizito sana toka kwa barabara kwenda kwa gari moshi. Ndio maana yake. Then transfer all the petroleum products to the pipeline. Gari za mafuta kwa barabara ni hatari kwa maisha, tena zinaharibu barabara na zinaleta ajali. So heavy cargo kwenda kwa gari moshi, mafuta kwenda kwa
Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency General Kaguta Museveni, and all protocols observed. Today is a very great day Kisumu oye! Kisumu oye! Your Excellencies, this is a very great day for us here in Kisumu because this SGR railway was conceived during the government of President Kibaki, but it was implemented during the Ruto-Oburu first regime. When the next regime, where His Excellency President Ruto was also there, tried to push this project to be implemented and to go further up to Uganda. Your Excellencies, it became a very heavy thing to do because the explanation given then was that it was unviable and therefore it could not be financed and therefore it could not continue. Mr. President, you have invented a way of financing this project, and this project is now continuing not only to Kisumu, but to Malaba and up to Uganda. But Mr. President, I now wonder how an unviable project 5 years ago has become viable 5 years later. Mr. President, this is a show of commitment to developing infrastructure. Without proper infrastructure, Your Excellencies, it is impossible to connect our three countries. These three countries of Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. They were supposed to be one country. It is just because of colonial divisions that they became separate countries. If you look at Kenya and Uganda, Samias are on both sides. The Tesos are on both sides. We go to Uganda, the Maasais and Abdu Wadigos down there are all in both sides of the countries. They are supposed to be one country. And Your Excellency, Museveni, President Museveni, I appeal to you, please make this lake of ours, Lake Victoria, a common user facility so that you can manage the security of the lake jointly with us. We don't want harassment from our side and from your side. President Museveni, I plead with you and President Ruto, please make this a common user facility, how it used to be when our forefathers were managing it, without any conflict in the lake at all. I don't want to speak much more than that, but I think this infrastructure is going to open development in East Africa. It is also a show that Kisumu now is looked at from a different mirror. The mirror with which Kisumu is looked at is now different, and we are going to continue together in Kenya. Honorable President Museveni, we are working together in a broad-based arrangement with President Ruto in order to bring the country together, to bring this unity in the country so that we can continue to develop. Mr. President, the presidents of Kenya and Uganda, I thank you very much for listening to me. And the wananchi of Kisumu hoye! The wananchi of Kisumu power! The power!
Power is needed, and whatever power is needed, everything in your arsenal will be used to make sure that you get that power. I just don't know why Oburu Odinga is worshipping these two guys, like he talks like he's the least in the game and they are the greatest in this thing, and without sweet talking them or talking to them nicely with humility, you'll never get anything out of them. He's always addressing Mr. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Mr. President William Samoei Ruto, as if he's the child here and these people are his parents. He's of age, and I don't think if he should be using that language. And if he is part of the government, he should speak with authority. Authority, not in a way that you're asking for authority. He says he's in the government, he's in power, and he cannot leave power. Then talk like someone who has power. Don't talk like someone who is begging for power. Because with that, and the way I know these two people, that is William Samoei Ruto and Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, they will play you and they will not give you whatever you really expect or whatever. Because they are the real deal here, and the big guys over here. And I'm so happy that you've called on to the resolution of the problems affecting Migingo Island. It's been long. The Ugandan counterpart, that is President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has always had a problem with many Kenyan fishermen and fisherwomen arrested and sent to some prisons in Uganda. Whereas that when the Ugandan fishermen come along the same, they are not arrested. That the Kenyan government is not frustrating them, but the Ugandan government is really frustrating the Kenyan fishermen on the other side of Uganda. So that was good of you to call for unity and good working conditions within the peninsula.